Hey, good morning. I hope you enjoyed the vernal or spring equinox yesterday, and it's Tuesday, which is Mars Day. We've got the sun and moon in Aries in about an hour around noon or so. Central Daylight Time, we'll get a new moon in Aries. But I wanted to just pick up on this energy of Aries right now because it's a really important time to understand the distinction, the difference between self assertion and aggression and realize that that's what Mars is about. So Aries, Mars, your rising sign tells you how you enter into situations. Yes, it's the mask, but the rising sign and its ruler or rulers, because if you have Scorpio, uh, Aquarius, or Pisces, you have the traditional rulers of Mars, and Saturn and Neptune, and Jupiter, and then you get the modern rulers of Pluto and Neptune and Uranus. And so understand that you have both of them going on. If you have Scorpio rising, Scorpio sun or moon, and then the Aquarius and Pisces energy as well. But the point is the ascendant is how you show up, is how you assert yourself. Yes, Mars gives clues about that too, no doubt. But it's important to know if you have fire on the ascendant and or our fire sign or moon, you show up. Fire shows up and shows itself best through action. Earth comes in and pays attention. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, love that pun. And then the air signs of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius are here to tell the truth as they see it, which means it can be some shaky stuff going on there or shaky shit. And then water signs are here to learn how not to be or to remain unattached from the outcome because that's the Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So this new moon is in between Saturn moving into Pisces and then Pluto moves into Aquarius on Thursday morning. So these two lords of death are here to really sit down and get us to look at our egos. I've been listening to this old school joint by Diana Ross called Mirror Mirror. Now she's an Aries. I think she has a Taurus moon. That's how she had those 4 or 5 children, and just popped them out and said she loved being a mother. Taurus moons tend to, unless there's some other things going on. But what's important is that Mars is now at the very last degrees of Gemini, and so after spending 7 months there, so he's been agitating our minds, creating worry and anxiety. And depending on how much you're susceptible to that, you might be really happy to know that on Saturday, Mars moves into Cancer. Not one of his favorite placements because Cancer is about the womb and the family of origin and the past. But remember, it's an initiating sign. So Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn will find their energies returning, as well as the Scorpios, too. Those persons who are more easily attuned to Mars may feel like, oh God, I'm finally back to who I was late last August or so. But the point is that we are at a stage in our collective development that you can no longer deny our interconnectedness. Well, you can deny it, but you start to look like a young or baby soul that's not recognizing that your actions affect others. And if you start with yourself, and that's what this new moon is about, because we not only have the sun and moon there, which means we show ourselves best through action, but the other energies that are there, and I'm looking at the Kansas City chart, we have Cancer rising here in Kansas City. So there is our relationship between my home and hearth, and then our need to be independent within it. So it can be kind of a puberty or teenage piece where we need to show who we are while still being dependent upon our families, or it can be you're married or in relationship or at a job. We have to show up and be responsible for what it is that you've committed to, and then also be responsible to your own individuality. And then with Chiron, Mercury, and Jupiter all in Aries, our minds and our philosophical bent is looking to go to the future to have an individual and pioneering impact. And then Neptune is in front of this new moon. So Neptune, count on Neptune to make a clear issue vague. But what this means is that power, the power of how we're all interconnected really does seal the deal. Venus is in her rulership in Taurus, and she's conjunct the commitment asteroid and the equality asteroid Juno in Taurus. So if you're having some money challenges or sharing money or sharing resources or incompatible values, Venus is giving you the equilibrium, the little bit of honey that's needed to kind of sweeten those conversations around resources and money and different values. And it is part of our collective evolution to come in to look at what we have, what we own, what we have to offer others instead of getting caught up in what is missing or what isn't there. So this is just a new moon kind of, hey, I just want to put it out there for my subscribers. Still looking to get to 1,000 before the end of the summer. And it's coming along. So I appreciate your listening. Please subscribe on Instagram at Quan Tracy Cherry and subscribe to my website at www.beliefisnotrequired. Thank you for listening.